Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we were picking up the last remaining letters, and also just going on a little bit of a shard hunt before we deal with the final tower. And I was also telling you about Lyra Trevelyan, one of my other Inquisitors. Now I said I was going to head round here, pick up this letter, grab this landmark, and then... Oh, excuse me. I was going to bounce back up here, and then we were going to make our way and take care of this tower doodad that's over here. That sounds like a pretty decent plan to me. Now, excuse me, chaps. Let's make our way down. Also, Embrium. We always need more crafting materials. Always.
I hate waiting to die.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry to hear that. The world is a mess. It really is. Especially by the decision that the American courts have decided... Overturning Roe v. Wade, flipping out. America's turning into Gilead. It's very concerning. It's extremely concerning. Do a scream. Come on, take him out. And... do a bap. There we go. Excellent. Now then. Where was I in terms of Lyra's tale, Lyra's story? Yes, I had mentioned that her father, Lord Trevelyan, not her bio dad, but loved her very much. Why are y'all here? Why are y'all like this? Oh, hold up. I remember this shard. You're on a roof. I remember that. God, I'm gonna have to do an episode where I just climb roofs. That is seriously gonna have to be an episode. Because there are a couple of things on roofs here. There's also the house by Celine's camp. God damn. There will actually have to be a roof episode. That is... I can't believe it. I can't believe I've been reduced to this. A roof episode. And do a spinny spin. There we go. And bam. There we go. Nicely done, guys. Excellent. And there's the letter. Last words. The scout's journal is blood-stained and soggy from the rains, but some entries can still be made out. Day 12. Relieved Corporal Colin at the Bone Hill Scout Post. Not entirely happy about this change. This area sees no battle. Day 14. Was correct in earlier prediction. Have only seen deer and rabbits. Killed a hare for food. Best keep stores high, just in case. Day 17. Saw strange shapes wandering the hills at night. The enemy? They walked aimlessly with shambling gait. Best keep a quiver close by. Oh. Yeah, the dead got him. God. And he thought this was a quiet area as well. Damn, still it's... Some of the letters we got, you know, it was pretty obvious that they were from, you know, deserters and the like. Then you have the people who were, you know, like that guy. He was just doing his duty, doing his job. And, you know, he thought it was a safe area. It wasn't. And we had a lot of people getting crushed by carts somehow. Andrew Ill's messenger. Long ago, when our people were strong and free, we roamed the world and could do as we pleased. But we were taught by Andrew Ill, mother of hares, to respect nature and all of the Creator's creatures. Even though the earth was ours, we did not misuse it. They say the great leaders of the people would pray to Andruil for guidance. Where shall we hunt? Where shall we raise our Halla? Where shall we settle and build? Andruil would send her messenger, the owl, to show the people the way, and they would follow him to where the land was blessed. Always keep an eye out for the noble owl. You never know. Andruil might have a message for you. As told by Keeper Gisharel to the children of the Ralafarin clan. Aww. I like that it specifies this is told to the children. That's cute. That's really cute. You're less cute. Camera back. There we go. And spinny spin. Come on. Keep on it. Keep backing it. There we go. Flipping out. We only have one potion left. Well, it's a good thing that I'ma jump over here then. Considering our stocks are so low. And I'm pretty sure I haven't used up. Yeah, everyone is still good. Excellent. Alright then, let's head up there. It's right there. Oh, I was going to change my party. I have been going with this group for a while. In that case, we want... I believe it's Cassandra, Sarah, and Dorian. Yeah, we were traveling with Varric, Bull, and Vivienne, and the last group was Blackwall, Cowl, and Solus. Okay.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good for you, madam, but I am still pissed at you. You are not on my good side. Oh, this was the turd. It wasn't the one over there, it was this one. Sad weapon schematic. It will not be easy, but with additional materials, these splinters may be forged into something. Yeah, I got my turds mixed up. The easy mistake to make. They do all look the same. Now then, before we head in there... oh, you'll have 2 points. Hello, don't mind if I do. Cassandra, you are there. Okay, we want to grab... Okay, this one. And this. And I do believe... whoops. Yeah, I want to say that's actually everything for Cassandra's tree. Yeah, okay, from here on out, I'm deciding what Cassandra gets. Okay. Sarah, my dear. You are right here. And 14, 15, 16. And Dorian, buddy. Dorian, you are there. We want to grab... So we were at 15, 16, 17. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I have in my head that this is kind of a tough fight up here. I'd rather be prepared.
My family once took me to Navarra, Cassandra.
You undoubtedly saw more of it than I ever did.
I was young, and all I wanted to do was visit a necropolis. I was desperate.
They're dark and full of undead, and the smell of stale incense still makes me want to vomit.
Ah, there goes that childhood fantasy.
What were you expecting her to say? Oh yeah, the necropolis, it's a laugh a minute. It's all rainbows and sparkles in the necropolis. Oh, Dorian. Dorian, I don't know what you were expecting, mate, but, like, the fact that you had such high hopes, I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Get in there. Aha! Oh, I love doing that. I love doing that. Come on, just keep beating him. There we go. Excuse me, where do you think you're going? So I see Dorian. Oh, there's Sarah. I was like, where did you go? Oh, and we have a new trial shipment.
One down.
Okay, there we go. Guys, what is happening here? I am very confused. I guess we didn't enter through the door the game thought we would. I don't... That's strange. This is very strange. Why are y'all fighting people over there? Dorian, are you okay? Are you all good? No, but seriously, where is everyone? Oh, why are you fighting demons? I'm trying to fight men. You're fine, Aenor. You're right. Okay, I presume you've had your fill with the demons. Can we please get in here and fight these guys? First things first, I wanna get into that tower. There's an ocularum over there, and I don't want to forget about it. That is, of course, assuming we can get over there. Which it's looking like we can't. Let's head up. Let's head up here. Yeah, okay, I see how to get over there. Now, as I was saying before, hopefully I can get this story out there. Yeah, her father, the guy she considers to be her father, loves him very much so. She's not ashamed of the fact that she's half elven, but she understands this is something I need to keep quiet. I've mentioned this before, half-elven people, they aren't allowed to inherit. So if it ever got out, it's kind of a well-known secret that she's not. You son of a bitch. How dare. Much offense. Can we please try and get Aenor up? That'd be great. There we go. Take a sip. Take a sip whenever... Okay, there we go. Oh, you... Can we just spinny spin? We need to take out that assassin. We need him dead, and he is dead. Way! The rudeness. The rudeness of that man. I was speaking, he interrupted me. Much offense. Now then. As I said before, half-elven people not allowed to inherit. So she understands that it's something that she can't talk about. But she's not ashamed of her half-elven heritage. She's interested by it, but she's human. She knows that. She's very much human. Alvarado's bathtub boot screech. If you can read this, you haven't drunk it. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Growing up, she was always much closer to her dad. That frustrated her mother no end. You know, I didn't have a daughter only for her to be closer to her father than me, but that was simply because her mother was so controlling. She wanted to control every aspect of Lyra's life, and, you know, her father was a lot more easygoing. Last words. This letter found in the pocket of an undershirt of a dead soldier is nothing more than a heart drawn on paper, then rolled up and secured with a gold ring. Oh. Oh, that is so sad. That is so incredibly sad. Yes. Her father, a lot more easygoing. Her mother, very controlling. And then it happened. When she was about 8 or 9 years old, she developed magic. And as I mentioned before, in the last episode, Lyra's backstory was very much inspired by what if Isolde had succeeded? What if she had gotten someone competent to teach her son magic? And that's exactly what her mother did. Her father, her brothers knew about it, mainly because her magic manifested in a very obvious way. There was a lightning storm. I mentioned this before. Lyra had kind of a fear of thunder when she was a child, and she could see her brother riding through the storm, and a bolt of lightning was going to strike him, and she managed to divert the lightning away from him. So it was very obvious that she had magic. Fortunately, none of the servants noticed, but the family did. And, you know, her father, oh, it's such a shame that we're going to have to send her to the circle, but Lady Trevelyan, I did not suffer all of that bullshit for all of that years. I did not put myself through all of those pregnancies only for my only daughter to get taken away by the circle. We're hiding her. We are 100% hiding her. And if you don't, I'll let everyone know that I fucked an elf and that that's her father. I would rather ruin us. I would rather ruin our social standing than let her go. And so they, you know, they got a mage in to help. Come on. Get him. Can we do a spinny spin? Oh, take a potion. Take a sip. And spinny spin. Aenor, would you like to? And you're back. Take him out. And just... Okay, no, there's another guy coming down. Who is left? Who is left? You! Excuse you? Oh, I think Cassandra's got this. There we go. Oh, God, and the undead are coming in. Flipping heck. It is all go here. It is all go. I don't particularly want to fight you, but I'm gonna have to. Spin. There we go. And let's use one of these. Yeah, I noticed that we're running out of health potions rather rapidly. Okay, that's rash fine. That's whatever. So they you know, got in an apostate, had Lyra trained in secret. Lyra did eventually join the circle because, as we all know, the mage Trevelyan is a circle mage. You don't have the option of them being apostate. I think she joined the circle when she was about 18. Mainly because of a conversation that is had with Colin. He's talking about his Templar training, and he makes the comment of, oh, I went and joined the, you know, the order when I was 13. And literally every Inquisitor says 13, but that's still so young. And that always struck me as odd, because bearing in mind, most circle mages get taken from their families much younger. That's why I kind of thought, oh, like, it must have been hidden. You know, she must have been trained in secret or something. God, who... I don't want to deal with y'all. Oh, hello. We need to get after the big boy. Excuse you? Can we... I don't know if this'll hurt them, but it might slow them down. Except... Spinny spin. Fuck off. Fuck off, mate. Come on, guys. Get on him. You don't. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Scream. You're back. You need to back it up, back it up. Don't stand on his mines. Oh. What a did I literally just say, don't stand on his mines? What does Aenor do? Stand on his mines. Okay. I think we've got this, though. I think we've got this. What be these? I have no idea. Cassandra, would you like to... Oh shit. Oh, shit. Beat him up. And if you'd be so kind. Okay, come on. On him. Guys, he's still there. This is one of the reasons I don't like the Necromancer. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Is he dead though? What happened to him? No, okay, he's over there.
How do you want to be remembered, Cassandra? Valiant yet sexy rebel against the status quo?
I don't have any control over how I'll be remembered.
Sword raised high, blue scarf dramatically fluttering in the wind, sun rising behind you.
Blue scarf? Why would I be wearing such a thing?
It's a painting, of course. Work with me, it'll be fantastic.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I would love to see that painting. I would love to see that painting in real life. And we even picked up a silk brocade thing. We could use that to make the scarf. It's blue. It's because, I mean, obviously Cassandra will have to pose. She's obviously going to have to pose for this picture. Which means there will have to be someone behind her holding the scarf. Okay, let's take care of this. Come on, keep at it. Almost down. Come on. There we go.
That's the last.
Indeed, that is the last. Gordian is dead. That was one of the higher-up members of the Freemen, if you remember. Someone made the comment of, he speaks Orlesian, but he doesn't sound like us. Yeah, probably because he was a Vin. Probably. And, oh, yes. Oh. Chantry banner. Don't mind if I do. Thank you kindly. And I want to say, I'm pretty sure this is the last page. Yep, Legend of the Three Sisters, Book 3. I'm going to insert books 1 and 2 right here. Legend of the Three Sisters, Book 1. The legend of Les Trois Sœurs is often repeated in Orlais and has an incredible number of variations. In some, the sisters are depicted as innocent on the surface, but eagerly engaging in bawdy exploits the moment they escape from their chaperone. In others, the sisters are heroic, valiantly solving any number of problems, sometimes unintentionally, before returning home. In still others, the sisters are clueless, bumbling from one adventure to the next, unwittingly leaving riots and chaos in their wake. The nature depends on who is telling the story or where they heard it last. Sometimes it's a raunchy tale for tavern drunks. Other times it's a scandalous tale told to criticise either the Empress or the Chantry. There are some elements in common between all these stories, however. They always revolve around the adventures of three sisters of the Montbéliard clan, Brielle, Marie, and Charisse. They are depicted as young women typical of Orlesian nobility, versed in social graces, but innocent of the world outside their sheltered existence. One day, while travelling with their chaperone, always referred to as La Bête, and usually depicted as a large and vindictive woman, they become separated and lost on the streets of Val Royeaux. Bewildered at finding themselves alone, the three sisters panic and end up in the infamous Belle Marche, an area of the capital renowned for its garish and celebratory seediness. In all versions of the legend, this is where the sisters' adventures truly begin. From Tales of Val Royeaux by Lord Werner Jacquin. Legend of the Three Sisters, Book 2. Typically, the three sisters react in a similar manner upon entering the Belle Marche. Charisse is the adventurous one, intrigued by all the sights and sounds of the market and the most heedless of any dangers. Marie is the brash one, the most suspicious of everything she sees and the one who makes withering, sarcastic comments even if she allows her sisters to drag her along. Brielle, meanwhile, is always the innocent one. She is depicted as wide-eyed and startled, like a doe lost in the wilderness, yet by the end of the tale, she is also the one who bursts out of her shell the most. A common initial stop for the girls, for instance, is the White Rose. It's an infamous establishment in the Belle Marche, serving tea and cakes to noble patrons by day, and at night transforming into a house of ill repute filled with male and female prostitutes in elegant dress. The girls go there because the building is fashionable, some place they can escape from the market's crowds. Inside, Marie is the first to realise that the friendly gentlemen are not what they seem. Brielle is scandalised, but it's Charisse who runs off to dance with these men, despite her sister's protests. This leads to a chase through the White Rose, Marie and Brielle stumbling into room after room where they are confronted with various patrons. Empress Celine herself is frequently mentioned. Marie scathingly berates these patrons, while Brielle is intrigued despite herself, and eventually drawn off when Marie isn't looking. Marie throws her hands up in disgust and joins a dwarf in smoking an illicit substance from a wild contraption. It's at this point in the tale where the girl's desperate chaperone, Labette, appears in the White Rose and things truly get interesting. Details vary, but by the end of this part of the tale, the White Rose is in flames, Labette has pommelled her way through a legion of clueless patrons, and the three sisters are led out the back door by a charming elf, completely unaware anything is amiss behind them. To my knowledge, however, the White Rose has never burned to the ground in its entire existence and maintains a legion of guards that makes such antics implausible. Even so, the tale is stubbornly believed to be true, even in Val Royeaux itself. From The Tales of Val Royeaux by Lord Werner Jacquin. As with the stop in the White Rose, the individual tales of the three sisters are often told on their own. Seldom is the saga repeated in its entirety. Indeed, one of the few times an attempt to do so was as a play in the Grand Royaux Theatre that sharply criticised Divine Justinia's attempts at reform. The play was quickly banned after only 3 performances. A book titled The Three Brothers was later published in Minrathous, citing the exploits of 3 Tevinter brothers who find themselves lost in Val Royeaux and spend their time ridiculing Orlesian culture. Despite claims in Tevinter that it is the original, it's quite clear that the Three Sisters legend far predates it. Throughout the legend's various incarnations, the most commonly depicted adventures include: the sisters are convinced to drink dwarven ale by a handsome nobleman with sinister intentions. Their reactions to the ale vary, but usually at the end of this tale, the sisters end up on a wild chase after the nobleman through the streets of the Belle Marche until he jumps into the river and drowns. The sisters ask for help from a group of dwarven merchants who say they will do so only if the sisters solve a clever riddle. The nature of the riddle varies, but the dwarves always cheat the sisters in the end. Typically, the encounter ends with the sisters fleeing before they are sold into slavery, though sometimes the legend has them clubbing the lead dwarf to death with paddles until the other dwarves run off. They are drawn into the annual Saturnalia parade, usually in the climax of the story, until the Imperial army descends upon the revelers and starts a chaotic chain reaction that results in the sisters either stowing aboard a pirate ship or wading through the elven alienage's sewers. It seems to change each age. Once their chaperone, Labette, catches up with the girls, they usually hang their heads in shame and return to the Montbéliard manse to resume good and honest lives. Not always, however. The most recent versions of the legend have the sisters remaining in Val Royeaux to fight criminals while wearing black masks, though I honestly cannot tell where this comes from. From Tales of Val Royeaux by Lord Werner Jacquin. Very interesting. Is that everything for up here? I do believe it is. All we have left is to blow the signalling horn. Okie doke. Now, hopefully, the area should be calm. Yes. So, Lyra, trained in secret, she is eventually turned over to the Circle when she is 18. I imagine that one of her brothers probably kind of grassed her up. Oh, you bitch. Why are you like this? Just go for the horn. Go for it. Ignore it. The soldiers can take care of it. There we go. And order has been restored to the Exalted Plains. Excellent. That... Mate, you are too late. You are too... And no one is helping. No one is helping. How dare. Much offense. Take a sip. And... Charge! Ah, oh, you hoe. Oh. Beat him! The Imperial Army is useless. Doing practice fights whilst a real fight is actually going on. The nerve of these people. The cheek. How dare they? Much offence. Much offence is taken here. Back to Lyra. Back to Lyra. You know what? I'ma just spend the last few minutes of this episode talking about her because I can. Why not? She was turned into the Chantry at 18. The Trevelyan's, they do have very close ties to the Chantry. You know, many of her brothers are Templars or priests. And I think one of the ones who was very bitter about the fact of, like, why does Mother love her so much, yet we are left out in the cold, he grassed her up. She was quite happy to be in the Chantry, to be honest. Her mother would have never let her go. Her mother wanted to use her to play doll and dress up, and she would have never let her be free. She probably would have never been allowed to marry or anything like that. So she was actually quite happy in the Chantry. Yes, it was restrictive, and there weren't as many luxuries as she was used to, but again, it was away from the machinations of her mother. And she could still see her brothers. She could still see her father. Her mother kind of refused to go and see her in that very, like, oh, my baby has been separated from me. It's all about me. It's all about me and my pain. Like, so she never went to the Chantry to see her. And, like, she had a very quiet life in the Chantry. That's the best way I could put it. She liked to study. She chooses the Rift Mage specialization in Inquisition because she's very intrigued by the Rift. She's quite scholarly in that way. And so she had quite a nice time at the Chantry. The Templars were a little standoffish towards her because she had spent a lot of her life outside of it. But they weren't mean, they weren't cruel. Probably because, again, her father was a noble. That probably had some, you know, effect, shall we say, on how she got treated. But she was treated very, very kindly, very fairly. She liked her time at the Circle. I don't think she's like Vivienne in terms of, like, she acknowledges other people had far worse times. I had a position of power there. I was nobility. Yes, that is meaningless in the Circle, but my noble father could have made a great deal of trouble for the Templars if I had sent him a letter saying, hey, Templar what's-his-face is being a dick. So Lyra always acknowledged I had a good time in the circles. That doesn't mean everyone had a good time in the circles. However, again, like Aenor, Lyra was very pro-circle. Because the circles did have a very, you know, they really did affect...
Did they even know what they were doing?
Probably not. Let's be honest, the freemen were probably innocent. It was the higher-ups that were doing that. They were using the freemen for their own gains. I want to finish my thought, because I am pretty much at the end of Lyra's backstory there. She was pro-circle, but she also thought that the circle needed reforms. I come from a place of privilege, and that affected how I was treated. Not everyone was as lucky as me. The Templars did commit injustices. She did actually side with the Templars, because she felt more comfortable amongst them than the rebel mages. I believe she also kept the Templar order as it was. I believe that's the word I'm looking for. If I can think of anything else interesting about Lyra, we'll talk about it in the next episode, because I am just about out of time for this one. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.